Guys, welcome back. We're talking more about the brand new updates. Now, one of the things that I didn't know a whole lot about until yesterday, did a lot of research on it, I did it just for you guys, is what they call the transducer mount offset. Now, let's go through what we first got to have. First, you got to have a Garmin force trolling motor. I'm sure the new Krakens will be the same thing, but you must have a Garmin force trolling motor. Also, this is only going to work if you have your Livescope mounted to your Garmin force trolling motor. Now, one of the things and one of the problems that people have seen is that when you put the Livescope on the actual shaft of the trolling motor, at times there can be a compass calibration, kind of an interference caused by it. It doesn't read exactly correctly. Now, what they've done is they're allowing you to use the heading sensor, which is built into all of this. Built into that, they're allowing you to choose that option and to use that heading sensor. Now, what you must first do is link your Garmin force trolling motor to your fish finder. When that happens, it's going to bring up a brand new, under the installation tab in the menu, it's going to bring up a couple new features in which you can choose it. So let's take a look at it now. Now, remember, you have to have it linked. It's linked. It's very easy to link it. I've got some videos showing that. If you need them, just ask in the comments. You'll need to have, this is specifically if you have your transducer mounted to your trolling motor shaft. And what it allows you to do before we get into the screenshots, if for some reason your trolling motor, you're using a mount that is slightly not perfectly in line with, say, the trolling motor foot, you can offset it on the chart. You can take this and use the trolling motor offset and change it a few degrees left and right. Some mounts may have a little bit of a tilt and may not mount perfectly in line, and being that they're not mounted perfectly in line, you may want to change the trolling motor mount offset. So let's get into the screen right now, and then we'll talk about it as we're looking at it. All right, from the Livescope screen, go into your main menu, and you'll go into Sonar Setup, and then go all the way down to Installation. Now, as I said before, you got to make sure your trolling motor is on and it is connected to your fish finder. And then when you get in there, you'll go into heading source and make sure that it's on trolling motor. And if you have it on a pole, you'll need to choose LVS 34, and this won't be an option. But when you choose heading source or trolling motor, and then you'll be able to go in there and adjust it to account for if it's kicked off to the right or the left. And what I'm going to do here, just for the video's sake, is I'm going to change it and put it at 45 degrees. And when I do that 45 degrees, you'll be able to see how it changes it in relationship to the trolling motor itself. You'll notice it's far turned to the right. Now let's look at live. All right, if you'll look on the chart right here, and there's a lot of dust out here in Louisiana this time of year. See how it's slightly pointed to the right? But if you'll notice, my trolling motor is pointed to the left. What I have done is offset the transducer 45 degrees to the right. Now, what that does is that allows you, for example, if your trolling motor is turned to the left and your mount's kind of kicked out to the right, you can change these back and forth to make sure they perfectly mirror the trolling motor. And that's very important, especially when you're casting to some of these guys, or say Lake Grenada, chasing crappie and things like that. It's very simple. We'll do it again. We'll go menu. We'll go right here to Sonar Setup. Now, I'm not going to go back to the screen installation. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. Watch this. I'm going to change it to minus 45 degrees. Now watch what that's going to do. Done. Now we're going to go back. Now see how it's way off to the left? Nothing's changed. I've just changed the alignment. So it allows you to move where that beam is on the screen to perfectly match up with the direction of your trolling motor, whatever that may be. Now that I know, personally, I don't use it on that, I wouldn't choose trolling motor. I would go to heading source myself, and I would choose LVS 34, and then Now that I've reset everything and done like that, I'll have to recalibrate it when I get on the water. But that is what I would do, being that I have it on a separate pole. Guys, I hope that helps you understand. This is a great feature. I mean, the heading sensor in this is going to be much better than a heading sensor that's calibrated below water and things like that. So I just think it'll be more accurate, especially being it perfectly in tune with your trolling motor. This is, and a lot of the crappie guys use this. A lot of the bass guys, you know, a lot of the people have not moved over to this. Now, this is slowly becoming, using electronic poles, and poles is becoming more and more popular as you want to, you know, because if you don't, if you have it mounted on your trolling motor shaft, then you kind of lose the ability to use that spot lock feature, in which so many trolling motors, that's what you have them for. I mean, why have a Garmin Force trolling motor if you're not going to use the spot lock feature? It's a very important feature. Now, me, I love the wireless foot pedal and all that, but why have it if you're not going to be able to use the spot lock? It's just another trolling motor without the spot lock and things like that. So it allows you to do it. A lot of people still like to mount it on the shaft. They like to be able to just use one thing, and that's control it with your foot, left and right, and there you go. You guys, hope that helps you. Hope it explains a little bit more about the trolling motor mount offset. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hey, 20,000 giveaway coming up. I got it. I already got the video filmed. I'm just holding on to it for a day or two as we go through this update to come out. I got the winner for the Steadicast from chattyboys.com. We're going to announce the giveaway for the 20,000 giveaway, which is going to be really fun. We're going to see my boy Cody Mays in at Lake Fork. You know, I'm going to give you a guided trip out there. Might do a night trip. That'd be really fun. Have a little bit of fun like that. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Ring the bell.